of Kion, gangsta sound, Marvel. Hey, più nigga on a microphone, studio of Kion, gangsta sound, Marvel Akomuba. It's a champion general flow. Listen, my reggae music is slower. Climb the tower, feel the warrior eternal power. Marvel Akomuba. It's a champion general flow. Listen, my reggae music is slower. Climb the tower, feel the warrior eternal power. Escucha a Dios si aún estás por este mundo. Voy a robarte tan solo 3 segundos. Quiero mandar tu mensaje muy profundo y pedirte disculpas por si me confundo. Soy un humano más que vaga en estos páramos, que se pregunta qué pasa si nos amáramos. Pero la guerra nos separa, así que páranos y únenos de nuevo, por favor, como quisiéramos. Ve al humano maltratar a su mujer, divisa al pueblo roto por su falta de poder. Sigo viendo al niño muriendo sin comer y al rico atragantarse tan solo por placer. Quedamos pocos mensajeros del honor, fieles servidores del humano con valor, nobles narradores de palabra con amor. Solo faltas tú para guiar nuestro interior. It's a champion general flow. Listen, my reggae music is slower. Climb the tower, feel the warrior eternal power. Marvel Akomuba. It's a champion general flow. Listen, my reggae music is slower. Climb the tower, feel the warrior eternal power. Sé que no es fácil nadar en estas aguas, ni mantener el rumbo sin razón. Sé que me quemo si camino en la fragua. Este es mi deber cuando recibí mi don. Podría hablar sobre coches y dinero, pero no quiero, por eso soy la voz del guero. Prefiero mantener mi arte mensajero, luchar junto al humilde para destruir el clero. Unos tienen tanto y otros quieren tan poco. Esta melodía me está volviendo loco. Pido a Kion que limpie lo que toco. Él destruye el muro en el que normalmente choco. La tierra muere y morirá callada. Creaste un suelo de arena malgastada. Nos diste ciencia y eso no te avala. Ella da respuestas, tú no dices nada. Sé que mi fe no va mal, pero aquí debajo todo sigue igual. Luchamos por vivir algo que es normal. Por eso lo divino jamás será mortal. Oh, my nigga, feel the rasta, you nigga, no my nigga. Hey, escuela, haciendo fresco lo que siento desde el alma. Nego, lo siento. Lo sé, señor, quizás hable sin sentido, pero al malvado hay que darle su merecido. Mira al diablo en que me ha convertido, pidiéndole consejos a un desconocido. Marvel Akomuba. It's a champion general flow. Listen, my reggae music is slower. Clean the tower, feel the warrior eternal power. Marvel Akomuba. It's a champion general flow. Listen, my reggae music is slower. Clean the tower, feel the warrior eternal power. Represent, I know where you see the from president. Oh, gangsta shit, gangsta style, gangsta pure nigga, Kion in Selassie. I represent, soul, yes. My brother come over. It's a champion general flow. Listen, my reggae music is lower. Climb the tower, feel the warrior eternal power. My brother come over. It's a champion general flow. Listen, my reggae music is lower.
Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1. Cry aloud, spare up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. Hey, Shalom family. Listen, this is live, okay? So I'm gonna just get a couple things fixed in line. It's gonna be a quick class with a lot of information. So take notes. I'm gonna read some things. I'm gonna show y'all pictures. So I want you guys to take pictures and snapshots of it. For you brothers that want to help me out with some TikTok, man, this is one class that I want you to use it. All right, we're gonna go strong on this, okay? So now, let's see. I got the copyright disclaimer thing to go. Maybe a short little song just so I can finish up some links, and I'm gonna get right to it, fam. This is the class. The Most High just got me up to ready to go. Was motivated by a brother. I appreciate you, bro. Mad love for you. Just get up, wait up for me, okay? I'm almost ready. Let's go.
Yo, Chatita Flores, demasiado violenta 3 y ya en los botoncicos. Luza. Díselo, Adri, díselo. ¿Cómo va? Me describo como ser vivo porque respiro, aunque por dentro también tengo ácido corrosivo. Lo que quiero lo consigo, es mi estilo es progresivo. No doy nada nunca por vencido. Observo cada hilo en la costura de tu cuerpo. Encuentro tu punto flaco en solo un momento. Muñecos de paja nunca me aguantan el cierzo. Y tampoco un buen chupito de un buen revuelto. Este tema no tiene mensaje alguno. El asunto es solo que te doy por culo. Que yo anulo lo tuyo con orgullo y con un pulo. Y me odian porque fluyo como la lava al Danubio. Hay cariño pero tú no, que por tu lo tú tienes que hace que llegues a los toros más difíciles. Y a ti no te va a hacer falta porque te agarro los huevos y ya verás cómo cantas. Controlo, con todos los tonos, codo con codo mi modo. Hace que preguntes cómo, hace que quieras dejarlo del todo. Tú eres mi golillo Frodo, que cansino que eres jodo. Yo me inclino por el sordo, hago como que no oigo nada. Yo no fijo, suena gordo, tú que yo se mueve solo. Aunque tú trates de disimular, es singular la versatilidad de mi saber rimar. Tu rima pésima, la próxima vez será pirámide de salos, lápide detrás. Me cagué en su solestar si les dije hola, ¿qué tal?
Porque yo sí tengo pollo de pegarme. Yo sí tengo pollo.
Belong to Bible Chronicles or claim this intellectual property. The content provided today has and always will belong to the content owner. Bible Chronicles does not have any affiliation with the owner of this property. As mentioned, Bible Chronicles did not intend to make use of any material for the purpose of harvesting gain. However, Title 17 of the United States copyright law states material in use can only be done when it's for theological or general educational purposes, and thus Bible Chronicles believes that this principal material falls under fair use, which honors protection under Section 107 of the same U.S. copyright law.
All right, family. Okay, let's go. All right, cool, perfect. Okay, all right, everybody. Shalom. Bible Chronicles is a little bit late today. Appreciate you, Adam, to being here, brother. Appreciate you, Julio, man. And for you that are not gonna catch us now, shalom to everybody. Okay. For you brothers that'll catch you later, man, appreciate you again. Okay, mad love, and hey, again, I want to thank the Most High for allowing this channel to continue for us to feed our spirit. To basically establish and show an embodiment of who we are according to the Bible, family, because the real Hebrews of the Bible are finally waking up. All thanks to the Most High. Again, in this channel, man, we don't tribe trip. I'm not going to claim to know what tribe I'm from. I honestly don't give a damn. As long as I'm one of the 12, there's 12 doors, and we're all going to equally, if Lord willing, we make it, we're all going to equally be in there. Ain't going to be no category and shit. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. So anyhow, with that being said, first I want to give prayers out to my brothers and sisters out there, bro. Y'all are having a hell of a difficult time dealing with these heathens, bro. I want to show you a video. Let's get started, okay? So let's see here real quick. This is basically a side point, but I want to show you guys that we are the people of the book. It continues to happen day in and day out. Since 1492, we have been under persecution. And under what domination of these damn heathens? Because regardless of what they assume or claim to be, we know damn well that there were people here in this continent that are us, who look like us, who basically have a diet. Okay, unlike these wabos who try to claim that they're the natives, but yet they don't have no original diet in them. They're still eating African food. Don't even speak Spanish, yet they say they were the originals. If the Spaniards came and conquered, stupid asses. Just, but anyways, let's go out here. Let's go here. All right, let's go.
Man, gotta talk about this. This is messed up what's happening in Florida. I'm gonna put a video for you people to see the injustice ICE is doing to the immigrants. They just don't give a crap about these people. They think they're animals, man. These are human beings you're treating there. Wow. Wait till you see this. It's gonna piss a lot of people off. It's pissed me off. Check it out.
Dígame, ¿qué dice?
Te estoy preguntando qué quieres hacer.
Es que-
Llevo ahorita y te llevo conmigo y te vas conmigo. Voy a quebrar la ventana.
Oficial, no dice nada malo.
¿Estás aquí ilegalmente?
Pero no dice nada malo.
¿Estás aquí ilegalmente?
Oficial, no dice nada malo.
Tápate la cara. Porque te vas a ir conmigo, no te vas a ir con ellos. Es preferible que te vayas con ellos. ¿Cómo le quieres hacer? ¿Sí o no? ¿No?
Oficial, ¿qué hice?
Oh.
No se pasen de verga, culeros. Quítamelo a mí. ¿Por qué me lo vas a quitar?
¿Tienes documentos tú?
Yo sí tengo documentos, pendejo.
Ey, calmado con asunto.
Fíjense cómo tratan a la gente también, idiotas.
Stay down. Sit down right there.
Yo puedo grabar lo que quiera.
Ok, pero estoy diciendo que te sientas.
¿Qué les hizo para que lo traten así?
Traes en tu persona. Siéntate, por favor.
¿Qué voy a traer si tengo mis manos aquí afuera?
Ahí, por favor.
Valen pa' pura verga, pinche inmigración culera.
This is the real actual actions that go on to our people, that happen to our people, family. That is a very painful thing to go through, man. The guy is going to work. Hold on, let me turn this down because I monitor sometimes. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 46, it says, "And they," meaning the curses, "shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever." Now, I don't see no other so-called Hebrew of another nation going through this other than us. Now, come on, man. Nobody else to come and tell me this kind of crap. Wisdom of Solomon. I'm doing this quick, fam. I'm not going to try to get too long-winded. I want to do this quick, rapid. Wisdom of Solomon 2:24, okay? If I forget some points, then it's not part of the class. "Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they do hold of his side, and they that do hold of his side do find it." See, in this actual thing that I'm talking about, family, this is effing envy. Envy, family. Envy since the beginning. Because unlike some people, you know what I'm saying? We were giving laws, statutes, and commandments. Psalms 147, verse 19, "He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments," meaning you're going to get curses if you don't follow my laws, "to Israel. He had not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they," meaning the other people, "have not known them." So now why does it say praise ye the Lord? Because you know what? Correction is beautiful. When you know who your creator is, your standards are higher. You know what you're about now. and you become, if you're a husband, a grown-ass man with actual diligent, attainable, capable abilities that need to be done when you're walking this life. Because as I said it before, fam, when you discipline the spirit, the material world is a little easier. So this is why he showed his word unto Jacob. You see, because the Most High, all it is about is effing wisdom. That's all about. That's what he's trying to teach us. Wisdom, family. Okay? So now, what is part of this wisdom? Part of this wisdom is this right here too. Part of this wisdom is this gift. Revelation 1:3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of his prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein. For the time is at hand. So blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of his prophecy. Meaning, if you are listening, studying day and night, like Joshua 1 tells you to, then just like Sirach says, he will strengthen your memory as time goes on, because that's what it means to drink the cup, not some dumb liquid. Whoever told you guys that is stupid. It's not a liquid. It is technically a process. You drink the words and the memory strengthens. Blessed is he that readeth, because through the memory you hear the words of his prophecy and you start seeing things like this. Now, I'm going to use an example of why I'm bringing this out, because remember, fam, I told y'all before, through exorcism, right? You know, those movies. Tell me your name, damn Naaman. Tell me your name. I need to know your name. Why is it important to know his name? Because he'll reveal himself. And through words of the Most High, these demons will reveal themselves. Like, watch this example. If in case I start noticing that they're going to block me, I'm going to have to move the video back and forth. Okay, fam? So bear with me here. Here goes. Watch this. Just follow with me. Follow me. Follow me. Just follow me here. And it's kind of funny to me, but, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Here goes, right? Here goes, right? Follow me. Walk with me.
Tell me your name, wicked one. He who commands you with the orders you thrown down from the highest heaven into the depths of hell. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. I now command you. Tell your name. Hear, therefore, and fear, Satan, enemy of the faith. Give me your name, demon.
Names! Names!
Ancient serpents, depart from this servant of God. Tell me your 6 names.
We are the ones who dwell within. Ushoshohen Batogai Queen Habitabit in Rone Kesa Parothin in Yuda Ikmiglio Anablio. And I am Lucifer, the devil in the flesh.
You guys get the point. Tell me your name, damn demon. Why am I saying that? Why is this funny to me? Excuse me. Because of this. Remember, fam. The scriptures say that the demon, the people, the nation, right? Revelation 12:12 says this. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. Remember this video? You see, now that we're learning about this, now we need to see it in a different light. And walk with me, fam. You know how I work. Let's go.
Together you are the tip of the spear, the edge of the blade, and the front of the shield, defending and protecting our great country. You know, there is no mission our pilots can't handle. There is no hill our Marines can't take, and there is no stronghold the SEALs can't breach. There is no sea the Navy can't brave, and there is no storm the American sailor can't conquer, because you know that together there is nothing Americans can't do, absolutely nothing.
Listen closely.
In recent years and even decades, too many people have forgotten that truth. They've forgotten that our ancestors trounced an empire, tamed a continent, an empire, forgotten that our ancestors trounced an empire, forgotten that our ancestors trounced an empire, tamed a continent, and triumphed over the worst evils in history.
Those worst evils were you, so-called Hispanics. You indigenous of this continent, okay? You were the worst evils right there. Now, remember, when you listen to this, and we've been taught a lot, and like, oh, you look at this guy, look at his shade. They're all thinking like that. But we forget one thing. You see, when he says we, esos we-we's are these we-we's too. Which is why I'm keep saying, finally, they are telling us who they are. Let's go.
Do y'all see all them Civil War veterans? This is why I keep telling y'all, stop letting the schools teach our children that Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. Abraham Lincoln didn't free the slaves. The slaves freed Abraham Lincoln, brothers and sisters. I said Abraham Lincoln didn't free the slaves. The slaves freed Abraham Lincoln, brothers and sisters. The Union was losing the Civil War to the Confederacy. If I'm wrong, prove it. If I'm wrong, prove it. If I'm wrong, they were losing. Abraham Lincoln and Ulysses S. Grant, they was getting their asses whipped, brothers and sisters. Robert E. Lee was on that ass. And Frederick Douglass and Martin Delany. Frederick Douglass and Martin Delany said, you better let us up in this war. Abraham Lincoln didn't let us in a war because he cared about black folks. He was losing and we saved his ass. I said the black man in the Civil War saved America.
I told you.
Stop walking around this country like they did you a favor. You built
this was together.
This damn country. You protected this country. That's right. You guarded this country. You fought in every war. Stop letting
Listen
these
to
Asian
him.
immigrants and these Ukraine immigrants.
You see, when he talks about these other immigrants like them, like you two Negroes right here, like you guys are immigrants, okay? He gets stupid when he goes into we become the immigrants. What I'm trying to clear here is that they're finally Canaan, Phoenicia, whoever the F you damn tribal demons are, okay? You are finally revealing who you are. Let's continue listening.
And these Afghani immigrants and these Latino immigrants and these Arab immigrants make you think that this is their country and you just a visitor. You built this damn country. You built this damn country, brothers and sisters. You're the reason America has never been taken over by a foreign power. You protected them from the British. You protected them during the Civil War, the Spanish-American War, Iraq, Afghanistan. Black blood was spilled every time America needed a so-called defense. Don't you ever let nobody make you think.
Now you understand why 1492 wasn't an individual project. You Negroes had everything to do with it. And we're not about to let y'all get away from it. You're going to own your shit. Jeremiah 17:5, I want to remind you. Thus say the Lord, cursed be the man that trusted in man and make it flesh his arm. Y'all came with Edom. It wasn't a one job thing. Because yes, all of this that these people have been teaching family.
These images. When I went to Rome and the Vatican and y'all saw the 16th chapel.
Black folks did rule Europe.
Rome, the Byzantine Empire, were ruled by black men.
See?
So now go to page 37.
Watch. Let's listen to more.
So pass it around. When you read the scriptures, you always read about the prophets. They always describe themselves as dark-skinned men. And our forefathers, black men, they painted them as that image of being.
So by listening to the useful idiots, you realize that they're not the people of the book, because you can't be the slave, the conquered, and the conqueror. You can't. Okay? There's a lot of history in these Africans, or Saracen Africans, Canaanites, whatever tribe you guys are from. There's a lot of history in these guys here, right? There goes some more. Let's go look at some more. Let me see.
They were banished. So in referring to those Jews, those black Jews that were banished.
Oh, and by the way, I believe this book is from the Leo Africanus, right? Which is an African born in Grenada, who is literally saying that black folks, I'll show you, are actually Africans, not Israelites, none of that. Cushites, Philistines, Mizrahims, but yet they ignore that part and then just read things that fit the context. But again, tell me your effing name. All right, so they're in Europe. Let's continue.
These images. When I went to Rome and the Vatican,
we saw that already.
Chapel, he was.
I'm gonna show you this too right here. I found this out. Evidence. Black European heritage.
Contradiction there.
Bunch.
And then many families will just gloss over it altogether. They'll see the term swarthy or dark complexion and they won't even talk about it or mention it. Okay, so I'm going off on a tangent. Let me get back to what this video is truly about. Let's look at the word imitation and its definition. And these wigs were generally made from horsehair.
Listen to this.
They've been worn by British judges and attorneys, or barristers as they are called in England, for centuries. They were also worn by court officials throughout the British Empire in countries like Malaysia, New Zealand, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Ireland, Scotland, up until recent times. Wear it too.
He's talking about wigs, okay? And he's talking about imitation, how people like imitate fashion. Let's look it in.
Because we want to be just as bad up close. And now, I doubt many of you have really taken a good look.
That looks like an Afro type of hair, right? Okay. Now, why would the white man want to wear that if that wasn't his hair? It's called imitation, family.
And then something that just really jumps out at you right away. Is okay, so what I immediately notice is that this hair mimics many black people's natural hair texture. Now notice that I said many black people, because we should all know that black people come.
See? Watch this real quick. Mimicking this. Mimicking that, possibly. Mimicking the black man who once ruled Europe. Keeping like the customs of the old pictures kind of like as part of them. You see this here? You see this here? You see this here? You see this here? Also, these so-called Europeans, black Europeans, right? Remember, see, you guys forget to look at the IUIC videos or the ICE or GMS ones who put these pictures of black folks rolling Europe, claiming to be our people, but yet they carry the cross. What about Black Madonna? What about the little black Jesus? Didn't the Bible say that you would be ruled by other people with another language, with other fathers that you've never known? In a language that you've never heard of? But here we see that you guys ruled Europe. French, Scottish, English, German, Russian, Spanish, Portuguese. So now, why am I bringing this up? Because look, this is where the rapid fire is, fam. I'm just going to get to it, man. I'm telling you right now, when they start speaking up, we got to go right after them. Habakkuk 1:5 says, "Behold ye among the heathen, regard and wonder marvelously, for I will work a work in your days, which ye will not believe, though it be told to you. What do you mean? Like he's going to show us something now that we can't wrap our mind on, even though he's basically showing us. It's like, no way, it couldn't happen. Yeah, watch this. Habakkuk 1:8, it talks about how these nations would come from afar to our continent. Watch this. Their horses are swifter than leopards and are more fierce than the evening wolves, and their horsemen shall spread themselves, and their horsemen shall come from afar. They shall fly as the eagle hasted to eat. First, let's break this down. Their horses also are swifter than the leopards and are more fierce than the evening wolves. I'm going to show you something right now. This is from the golden age of the Moors. Watch what he says here. This is page 336 from a writer, sympathizer of the Christians, which is the white people. So he sees the Africans coming from Africa to conquer Europe. And this is what he says. I quote, the reins of the Moors' horses basically were as fire. Listen to this. Their faces were as pitch. Now, this in its own self could be another point, but I'm going to continue. Their eyes shone like burning candles. Here's my point. Their horses were swift as leopards, and the riders fiercer than a wolf in a sheepfold at night. Let me repeat. Their horses are swifter than leopards and are more fierce than the evening wolves, just like the wolves at night. You see what I'm saying? Now, you got to remember, fam, why is he's saying this about the Africans who are conquering the white folks? He says they see them coming like that with horses swift as leopards, riding as wolves at night. The noble gospel broken in an hour, quicker than the tongue can tell. This is them admitting this is a biblical thing. Right here, we see. Look, the invasion, 337. After the invasion, 711 came over waves of Moors, even darker. It was this occupation of Portugal, which accounts the fact that even the noble families had absorbed the blood of the Moors. There was a lot of mixing going on since 700 AD. So now, this prophecy here was stated in 711 AD. 1,300 years prior, Habakkuk says this right here in 1600 BC. And then now, 1,300 years from 711, we now see this again. You cannot, I repeat, cannot ignore Satan or the demon and his dang friends. Because look, family, they say Deuteronomy 28:49 applies to them, right? Well, let's read that Africa, this is on the pages in the same book. Buy the book, you can find it. The fact that Africans from the north had been intruding in southern Europe from very early times should not come as a great surprise. For the straits that separate the two continents can be crossed by the simplest boats in a matter of hours. Wait a minute. So then why in the world could they have the nerve to say Deuteronomy 28:49 applies to them? They say, the Lord shall bring a nation against you from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Wait a minute, you guys are practically neighbors. And on top of that, it says eagle, right? It says eagle flieth. But then we see that it wasn't just the white man with eagles. It was you Negroes with eagles too. Yeah, look at that. Oh, how lovely that black eagle is right there. Look at that. Oh, how you guys hold so tight to that eagle of yours. Yes, so tight to the eagle. Why are we ignoring this family? So it wasn't just the white man with the eagle, was it? No, it wasn't. It was both. Both of these bastards had a lot to do with the destruction, the axing, the swording, the cutting of the bellies, the stomping on our children, the feeding us to dogs, the throwing us over ships, the lynching us by hooks, the burning us through our feet. They're hanging us by the trees, raping our women, butt breaking our men, abusing our boys, and selling our girls as harlots. That, my brothers and sisters, is exactly what Edom and Canaan have done. And now we're seeing their damn effing freaking spirit. And I love it, family. Because you know what? Hey, man, shit don't lie. Because when it looks like shit and it smells like shit and it.
What if you could do SEO smart?
If you want to taste it, tastes like shit. And if you want to touch it and it feels like shit, then most likely it is that. Okay? So let's continue. I'm going to show you this right now. This is from La Leyenda Negra. Para que vean mis hermanos. This is a bilingual channel. Here we start seeing that we had Negro conquistadors. Tell me we didn't. Yeah, man. Tell me we didn't. Please tell me we didn't. Yeah. But so I ask you.
Bruh. Wait a minute. Who are you?
Listen in, fam.
Los ejércitos del rey. Pero los que llegan a América no son un ejército. No son un ejército, ¿no? Son aventureros. Y después tenemos negros. Vienen esclavos. Y en las batallas los esclavos se defienden e incluso a veces protegen a sus amos y se ganan su libertad, ¿no? Y resulta que tenemos conquistadores negros, ¿no? Y resulta que tenemos conquistadores negros, ¿no? Y resulta que tenemos conquistadores negros, africanos, que reciben encomiendas, ¿sí?
Africanos reciben encomiendas, meaning they got lots. Let's continue.
Encomiendas. Y no tenemos uno o dos, tenemos muchos casos.
Very many cases. Where? Let's continue.
En conquistas en América, en Norteamérica, en Centroamérica y en Sudamérica.
No, you don't say. Yes, exactly. You see these white and black conquistadors all over the continent of America, fam. Wake the F up. You so-called indigenous are the real Hebrews of the Bible, the true Israelites, the blood of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Our fathers came from that continent, family. Y'all need to start waking up, man. Because look at this. It is revealing itself. Knowledge is becoming very clear to us. Let's continue.
Y después tenemos a todos los conquistadores indígenas.
Now listen to this real quick. Where are you at? Right here, I think.
Cuando hablamos de indios, muchos son mestizos.
Salir un poco de los tópicos sobre los indios, los españoles, la iglesia, etcétera, y abrirnos nosotros.
Otro de los tópicos es precisamente eso, ¿no? ¿Qué hablamos cuando hablamos de indios? Muchos son mestizos.
You see, a lot of these so-called leaders or natives are mestizos, meaning what? Let's continue.
Muchos de estos caciques no son indios puros.
Claro,
you see, most of these caciques that you guys read about, they're not even our people. Let's continue.
Son mestizos. Sí. Y conviene son indios.
Cuando no
y cuando no son mestizos o españoles.
You see that? So these guys were going back and forth saying, "Oh, I'm a native. Oh, I'm a Spaniard. Oh, I'm a mestizo. I'm a mulatto. I'm an African." When it was convenient. Isn't that what they do now? All of a sudden now they're Wabos, they're Africans, they're Israelites, they're Europeans, they're Asians, they're Egyptians, they're everything. We got more proof. I'm gonna show y'all something. Even our people, from their own words, spoke about these guys. Watch this. This is from the Maya Conquistadors book. It says here, page 160. Because it is truly necessary that they come into our districts, for it happens that since the arrival of the bishop whom you sent, named Fray Francisco Toral, that he brought and distributed black padres, they are falsely named clergy men. Take a picture of it. Take a picture of it real quick. Now I'm going to read this. They do not love us, nor are we in their hearts. Furthermore, we are not accustomed to being among them. We have spoken to them only a few minutes, black padres, to see this or say that. African padres, neither do they know our language here, nor do we know their Castilian language. What? Blacks were speaking Castilian? Yeah. Nor do they really devote themselves to us, although we need them. Thus do we engage them in vain. So now we are acquiring an understanding of the way of these black padres. So they're like, we don't really know what the hell is wrong with these guys, right? Okay, let's continue. Take a snapshot. Watch this. But these oppressive clergymen get really angry at us while forcing us to work in their homes, doing whatever they tell us to. For those black men have their own homes and servants, and their own horses and rabbits. Furthermore, as they have settled in our kahab, we are providing them with food and household goods. They have neither paid a thing, nor do we ask them to. Reparations again? Okay. For they are ashamed of us and afraid of us too, although they are the guardians and are given the responsibility and are asked to go at each ka. Then it says, and as they are not paid by Bishop Ka, the burden of it is given to us. But there's no salary. So now we give them much food and they do not pay us. Last page, 163. Watch what it says. It should not be the black clothed padres, for they really take money. They really ask for a great deal of money. They drive us mad over money. Therefore, these words that we say to you, they are not lies, for these are really the truth. We will now prove it. For there were many black padres, 21, that came with the Spaniards. Listen. And not one of them knew our language here. Only one of them did, but the padre who entered did not teach. For at that time, there were no elders, really just boys. They traded in their kahab. Moreover, their wish to say little, but the black padres, those black ones, they hated us. This is the word of our own gente. These are not words that I'm saying. These are words that they're saying. So now, Leo Africanus. Let me go through real quick. I'm going to show you this real quick, and then I'm done with these fools. Watch this. This is a kind of like a novel, but you got to read it because it's the story of Black Conquistador, Narvaez, who was black. He's the one that went over there to Florida, okay? Swallow that pill, Africans. That's who you guys are, all right? Right here, this is the book of America's Gift to Africa. You guys can go through it real quick. I would suggest to buy the book. And it just basically tells you slavery of whites, first Africans, not slaves. Basically saying that they were indentured servants. They weren't slaves. The true slaves were our people. The common belief was that, but now it's not true. So see, now they're not admitting it, but they're admitting it. You see, they're not going to admit. Look at it. You see that Spaniard? You see that black guy? There you go, right there, fam. Okay. So now we wonder, why is it? What is that? Yeah. Look at this. Those padres, those 21 of them, they really hate us. This right here, where are you at? This book right here is with the one that I was showing you guys. Africa's Gift to America. Get it? You'll find a lot of interesting things in there. Here you see this book, The Golden Age of the Moors. Same thing. It just shows that these guys weren't that different. They've been mixing back and forth, fam. And it just shows really Habakkuk right here. Right here, it tells you. And right on the bottom, Jack can read it on your own time, but it really shows how their demeanor is towards basically everybody but themselves. You see, that's why they use Mongols and they use a lot of connotations that make us seem like very primitive, because that's who they truly are. You use it on them, all of a sudden they get butt hurt. Now watch this. This is from the Leo Africanus right here on the bottom. So I'm just going to use this here. It says, now again, just who were the Moors? The answer is very easy. The original Moors, like the original Egyptians, were black Africans. As amalgamation became more and more widespread, only the Berbers, Arabs, and coloreds in the Moroccan territories were called Moors, while the darkest and black-skinned Africans were called blackamoors. Eventually, blacks were dropped from blackamoor. In North Africa and Morocco in particular, all Muslim, Arabs, and mixed breeds and Berbers are still regarded as Moors. The African blacks haven't had even this name taken from them must contend for recognition as Moors. Now, I'm sorry, that's not Leo Africanus. It's up here. For all the Negroes or blackamoors are descendants of Cush, the son of Ham, who was the son of Noah. But whatsoever difference there is between the Negroes and the tawny Moors, it is the fact that they are all of the same ancestry. It's the black man. Just live with it. This is who you are. And you're never going to rule again because it is a test. It is in the Bible. You see, this is from the book that I don't. If you guys can see it, it just shows that white and black folks been mixing for quite some time, but they didn't mix with us for sure. Give me a second here. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Just want to show you this, and then we'll call it a night. It's right. Just be patient, family. Let me see if I can get it. Here it goes, right here. I'm gonna read you guys some photos. I'll show you some pictures, and you guys can actually read it later. This is from The Lost Tribes of Myth. Page, let's go to page. Hold on, let me see if I can get it. Let's see. Watch this, okay? This is from The Lost Tribes of Myth, page 256. It says, Mr. Meyer Shapiro in the second letter informed me that he knows of the above Mount Clare congregation of the Jew Negroes. There is another in Newark, New Jersey, and several in American cities where there's considerable Negro population. Some are of the commandment keepers type, mingling Judaism and Christianity, and some of the Beth Zion division holding to Orthodox Judaism. The respective leaders, after the fashion of the Jewish Shaklak, whatever, travel from one branch to another to strengthen the brethren, and incidentally to collect $1 per member as weekly dues. Their spiritual work consists chiefly as teaching their flock a very little Hebrew and saying with them some ritual prayers and urging ceremonial observances and stated festivals. But this arises again the issue. Was not that all about all the Judaism that much of North Africa ever had? What? Some young Jewish Negroes in Harlem employed among the Jews do not belong to either of the above proselyte movements. Being pleased with their Jewish employers, they have chosen to take on their religion, have learned Jewish prayer, and gone daily to synagogue schools for their white Jew friends. And in considering the spread of Judaism by the institution of slavery, this present tendency to be remembered. Watch this. That's not even one, another one. That's one. Let me see this. Is it this one? I'm trying to see. This is another page. Watch this real quick. 154. The other groups are Orthodox Jew Negroes, as they style themselves, are not so strict. They are glad to have themselves photographed. Hold on. Let's see. Visited the rabbi of only one congregation, the Orthodox Beth Zion, which only has a few members, and it, in his opinion, that while among these Harlem-colored Jews, there are some whose ancestors were really Abyssinians, Falashas, etc., the majority of them, as he expressed it, fakers. That is, they are real American Negroes. Wow, he called you out, and that's true. Who makes believe that they profess Judaism in order to be able to collect money from the white Jews, especially some of their leaders, so-called rabbis, are this type. To their congregation, he believes Judaism is simply an interesting novelty. But some of the white Jews in the synagogues take them seriously and give them encouragement and substantial aid. Ah, really? Yeah. So you see, be mindful, y'all that are over there in IOIC, be mindful. I'm going to show you this real quick. Let's see. Hold on. Where is it at? Give me a second. Oh, here it goes. You see, and these One West campers will never tell you this, family. And we're going to end it with this one. Okay? And I'll continue with another class with the other pages. Mr. Meyer Shapiro, Brooklyn. And by the way, this book is the exact same book that Nate the Snake uses to show this map. Like if you flip this map over, is the map that he likes to flaunt and say, "Oh, look, this is back here." You know what it is? Is these guys put that map in here, and all they're showing is that all of those were proselytes, converts, not real Jews. That's all it's saying. But see, Nate the Snake wants to say, no. This is showing that these were black folks. Yeah, so he doesn't show you that there was white Libyans here, white dynasty, Jewish white people here, right there in Africa, which is right next to Timbuktu. So who had a lot to do with the growth, black or white? Let's read. Last one. Mr. Meyer Shapiro, Brooklyn, New York, having had his intention called to Negro Jews in insisting upon kosher meat, took with him a reporter from New York Sun and W.B. Seabrook, known for his sympathetic conventions of voodooism in the island of Haiti. Wow. The party visited the synagogue or church of the commandment keepers, holy church of the living God, pillar in the ground of the truth, the Hebrew alphabet, typical, still going on, and the shield of David with the Hebrew inscription were all on one wall of the assembly room. You know, you Negroes have had this Bible for quite some time, and we haven't, and we're still here. You're not the people of the book. The Hebrew alphabet, let me see. Let's see there. And it says here, the Hebrew alphabet and the shield of David with the Hebrew inscription were on one wall of the assembly room. The Negro head, Bishop Matthews, was holding class during the week to each Hebrew. Mr. Shapiro reports that this congregation mixes Christians and Jewish tenets, even as the Yahwism in ancient Palestine was mixed with much that was peculiarly Arabian. They accept Jesus, some counting him as a prophet like Moses, some counting him divine. Against the white man's pretensions, they assert that they are the pure original Israelites of the tribe of Judah. Listen to this. And that all white Jews represent the lost 10 tribes. Yeah, they were actually saying that. You see that, fam? Some of the company claim Abyssinian Christian origin, subsequently shared the legendary descent from Solomon, the Queen of Sheba. Matthew Hebrews has a strong Arabic accent, which harmonized with his own claim of the descendant of black Jews in Nigeria. Yada, yada, yada. You guys can see. Watch this. I said it'd be the last page, but let me see. Let me see here. Just talking about Judaism. Judaism. That's an interesting page too, but I don't want to read it. This right here, it actually shows their customs. Here, just look at it. A very sexualized nation of people. I'm not saying it. This book is saying it. So, again, fam, you so-called Hispanics and Native Indians of the Bible, okay? Stop believing these stupid-ass camps. Please do me a favor. Because then all of a sudden, you're forced to believe this. Listen.
Meternos con los líderes espirituales de la comunidad para traer resultado positivo a nuestra gente.
Pues sencillamente nosotros creemos conforme a las escrituras que recibiremos el Espíritu Santo.
Jesucristo es
Okay, so hold on. Wait, he said we believe in the scriptures to give us the Holy Ghost. Okay, so watch this. Watch this real quick. To receive the Holy Ghost, okay? Watch this.
Que recibiremos el Espíritu Santo.
Jesucristo es negro.
Santo, digo, ya estuvo. Yo tengo que decir que Cristo es negro.
Claro que sí.
¿Para eso?
Sí. Claro que sí.
¿Para eso?
Sí. Claro que sí.
¿Para eso?
Sí.
So he said that in order for me to get the Holy Ghost, I got to say that he's black. And he said, sí. Sí.
¿Para eso?
Sí.
Sí. ¿Para eso?
Sí.
O está mal que yo diga que a mí no importa el color que sea.
See? So we get to that point, but yet these dummies, sorry to tell you that, don't realize that they're sleeping with the enemies. You're practically giving your daughters to the Israelites' worst enemies. Watch this real quick.
If Ham is the father of the black race, we're doing reverse genealogy. We're not starting with ourselves, as is normally the case, and working back. We're starting with our earliest known ancestor and working forward. So with Ham as the father of the black race, these are his 4 sons, as indicated in Genesis chapter 10, verses 6 through 20. Now that's going to be the key to what we're doing today. You need to know the code words. The Bible does not deal with people by race. It does not say this person was black or Hispanic or Asian or European. It talks about their family linkage, and it talks about the places where they lived. So we need to know the families, and we need to know their place of habitation. So with these 4 sons of Ham, the father of the black race, we have Mizraim, who settled in Egypt, Cush, who settled in Sudan and Ethiopia, Put, and sometimes you'll see that spelled with a PH.
You see, family, Canaan family includes Hivites, Jebusites, Jebusites, Arvadites, Girgasites, Amorites, Archites, Sinites, Hittites, Sidonians, Parasites. Now, why did the Most High tell us to get rid of these fools here? Because they weren't supposed to be there in the first place, man. Okay. On another class, I'll bring out some information I got. I'm confirming the actual book. But other than that, family, that's all I got for you, man. So remember, tell me your name, damn demon. They're finally telling us who these damn demons truly are. All right. So, hey, shalom, everybody. Love y'all very much, man. Appreciate you guys being here with me. I'm going to call it a night. All right. Shalom.